Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday. So your girl wanted to come in and just start talking turkey. Listen, y'all. But before I get started, I'm gonna say I want to thank my advisor kings, my advisor queens, and my advisor honeys, and all y'all, that's still hanging in there with me. That's still hanging in there with me. So listen, y'all, I just wanted to come in and talk turkey a little bit because y'all already know it's almost Thanksgiving. It's almost Thanksgiving. So, lately, I've been going down these YouTube streets and I've been hearing all of this about this M03 sector and all of this crazy shit. You know what? Let me just say, and this is just my opinion, and y'all already know I don't give a fuck. I'm a bitch that never give a fuck. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna tell you something. This ain't no goddamn Mo3 sector. This ain't no troll sector. This ain't no meat and potato sector. This ain't no pork and beans and hot dog sector. What this is just plain ass YouTube. That's it. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers acting like, this is a Mo3 sector, but did anybody reach out to the actual Mo3 family, the kids or whatever, give back to them? How can you call yourself how can you call yourself to be about something when you're not? You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying is that somebody came up with these sectors and all of this stuff. And to me, it's just plain ass YouTube with the messiness and the dirtiness and sometime entertainment. How can you say that you're a part of something you ain't even about that? Because ain't nobody reached out to most three's family, ain't nobody reached out to most three kids. Did anybody set up a foundation? Did anybody come up with anything to try to say, you know what, this is what we about? And y'all already know. I mean, if Mo3, I'm pretty sure he probably looking down at a lot of you motherfuckers, probably like, oh hell no. This isn't a part of shit that I want to be, because I'm not about that messiness. I'm not about that doxing. I'm about getting money. And some of you motherfuckers here, y'all not about getting that money. Y'all not about that. Y'all not about that. I'm just telling you right now. Listen, y'all already know. I'm talking turkey. I'm talking turkey. If you got a problem, y'all already know what you can do. You can come see me. The link is dropped or whatever. But I'm just saying, I go down these YouTube streets and it's always the same thing. Oh, this Mo3 sector, and oh, this troll sector, and oh, this is beef sector. This ain't nothing but plain ass, crazy ass YouTube. That's it. Somebody decided to come up with these little sectors and shit like that and probably don't even know the definition of a sector. You know what I mean? See, when my thing is that when you have a sector, then that means you're divided. You're divided. But how the fuck can we be divided when we're living under the same umbrella? Let that make sense. Come on, now I'm talking turkey. I'm talking turkey. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is that this is just plain ass YouTube entertainment, the fuck shit, the doxing, and all that other shit. You know what I mean? Because somebody said, well, you know what, you know, I'm head of the Mo3 sector and all of that. No, this isn't no sector. This ain't no sector. There's no such thing as sectors when we're all under the same umbrella, when we're all in the same live streams and we see each other and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That means to be in a sector, that means you're labeled as being a different, like, just say if we all live in the projects, you got a project over here, you got a project over here, and you got a project. Hell no. No. Mo3 wasn't about that life. I'm just telling y'all. And you want to try to act like that you want to be a Mo3 sector, but is nobody reaching out? Did anybody say, you know what, I'm gonna cash out Mo3's mom. I'm gonna cash out Mo3 kids and set up a fund, a GoFundMe or something like that. Give back. No. You want to act like it, but you don't want to be about it. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. I dropped the link, so if anybody want to come up and holler at me, you can. Hey, I'm just keeping it real. Y'all listen, y'all can do what you want, you can say whatever you want, but I'm trying to tell you, all this shit, all these sectors and this and that and shit like that, man, please. It's just plain ass YouTube, crazy YouTube, doxing YouTube, and all of that. You know what I mean? And and what gets me is that people always talk about the Mo3, but Mo3 was about getting money. Who's on YouTube is about getting money. Who even knows the definition of a sector and what a sector means? You know what I mean? My thing is that if we're all under the same umbrella, we're all doing the same thing day in and day out. That's it. You know what I mean? But I already know some people already, they kind of want to be by themselves and start their own stuff. You know what I mean? Just like what's her name? Lady Snoop. Now she talked about creating a new sector. I seen that on her community wall, talking about a sector and all of that stuff. I don't know. I don't know anything about sectors and all of that stuff. The only thing I know is this is just plain YouTube with the entertainment and the fuck shit. That's it. You know what I mean? Now to me, if you want to create a sector, that's kind of like separation of creating different colonies. Let's just put it that way. Different colonies. Like you got the Puerto Ricans over here, you got the blacks over here, you got the whites over here, you got the Chinese over there. Now those to me, those are sectors. Those are sectors. But how the fuck can we be sectors when we all under the same umbrella? That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? Um, I'm gonna drop this link in case anybody wanna holla at your girl, holla at your girl. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, you know, me personally, I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it. But I know a lot of people probably be like, you know what? But this is the troll sector, the coochie sector, the zesty sector. No, it ain't none of that. None of that. You know what I mean? It's just plain YouTube with entertainment. That's it. You know what I mean? Um, it's just surprising how people want to just come and say, this is the sector, this is the sector, like YouTube is important, like we are important. We're not important. How can we be important when you study dragging and doxing and all of that stuff? No, this is just the messy side of YouTube. That's it. This is just the fun part where people don't got no lives and they just come in YouTube and be whatever the hell they want to be. They could say whatever the hell they want to say because nobody know each other. You know what I mean? Somebody could say they're the Queen of England and shit like that. We never know. We'll never know because we don't know that person. We just take that person's word for it. Okay, well, whatever. You know what I mean? So all I'm saying is it's just plain entertainment, just like TV. And YouTube is just like the same way. And all these little Mo3 sectors and beef sectors and troll sectors and pork and beans and hot dogs and hamburger sectors and all that shit, man, please go get out of here with that. It's just plain ass YouTube. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. And I know a lot of you probably don't understand what I'm talking about, but you know what? It is what it is, god damn it. You want to call yourself the Mo3 sector, but have you anybody ever reached out? That's what I want to know. You want to call yourself something, but did anybody set up a foundation for the Mo3 sector? Did anybody do anything? Have fundraising? Did anybody cash app the kids? Did anybody set up college funds or anything like that? You want to be called the sector? You want to be called the Mo3 sector? Then you need to do your job as a Mo3 sector. Just don't call yourself something you ain't about it. You ain't about it. You're not about getting money. You ain't about getting money. You ain't about no entertainment. Far as music and all of that stuff, but trying to say, hey, listen, we got some music going on, and we're gonna promote this and we're gonna promote that. The same thing Mo3 would do, but half of you motherfuckers, y'all ain't gonna do that. Mm-mm, mm-mm. And y'all already know, I'm pretty sure Mo3 wasn't about that doxing. He wasn't about all that crazy messiness. His shit was strictly entertainment. His shit was strictly helping people. His shit was strictly giving back. Half of you motherfuckers ain't doing nothing like that. I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm just keeping it real with you. Hey Eve, how you doing, girl?
Hey, I'm doing fine. How are you, Miss Patricia? Miss
I'm
Brown,
good.
rather. Sorry.
I'm good, girl. I'm good. I'm good. What's going on?
Well, it's been a while since I've been over here and everything. I'll catch you from time to
Welcome,
time.
welcome.
Thank you. Anybody that's in the chat, salute. But I just wanted to, I want to agree with some of the things you're saying, but I also have a lot of disagreements with what you're
Okay,
saying
let's hear
because
it. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
for sure. And I'm gonna say this respectfully, so please don't be offended when I do say this, but let's start with this. So in different cities, there are different subcultures, right? There's like
Okay.
Chinatown, there's Mexican town, there are Vietnamese areas and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, correct?
Right.
So those would be sector or sections of a city, correct?
Okay.
Okay, so and that's within a city of itself. There's still subdivisions, there's still subgroups, and so
Mm-hmm.
that's the same thing when it comes down to YouTube. While YouTube is the umbrella, there's still a bunch of subsections, subsectors of YouTube. So when we say that, we have to be careful because it comes off inaccurate. So
Okay.
when we speaking on the Mo3 sector, we all came by way of his death. That's why people from over the by way of the country and over in the world were able to come together and unify under this one commonality, which was the death of Mo3. Now, I'm not sure if you were really present when the sector was formed based on this. Now, we did know you came in under a different person that happened to be up under this sector. Now, whether you had, like knowledge of Mo3 at that time or not, it was still formed based on that whenever you came in and stuff, but it was still
No, I didn't
nonetheless
know.
formed.
I did not know. But the only thing I
So,
do know is that what I said is that, Mo3, he was an entertainer. I know that. And I also know that he was about his music. He was about getting money. So my
yeah,
thing is that then this sector should be about that too.
well,
This
I
sector
think
should
that
be about, go ahead.
with that though, we're being critical and throwing judgments because, like you said, you didn't even know, and just like you don't know really the origin of who Mo3 was. So to say that he wasn't about about certain things would be inaccurate because he was a troll, you know, and he did a lot of things which ultimately caused his demise. So
Okay.
when we say that, that's why we have to be mindful of the things that we say, but you can have an opinion to it, but doesn't make it actual, you know?
Yeah.
So, and so as far as what people have done in the sector, because while it's it's still a relatively big sector. And there have been people that have done things. Now, if you're saying something as it relates to our little parts of the sector and different camps, then that's
So
argumentative.
okay, so if
But
you're
there's been
saying that,
but there's
okay,
been
but Eve, let me just say this. So if there's okay, so if you're saying that this is the Mo3 sector, have anybody even reached out? Have anybody reached out to create a foundation, or have anybody even sent a cash app to his kids or set up college funds or anything like that? Have
Des, first of all,
anybody ever did that?
let me just say this because I was going to say there have been people that have contact and still have contact with him throughout in this sector. Now, as far as organizations and things of that sort, do I know that offhand? No, I don't. But to what is it that if we didn't make set up a foundation or donate to him, to does that still mean that it wouldn't be a Mo3 sector?
I
I
don't think
mean,
this
does
is.
it?
I
Does
mean,
it?
I just see it, and this is just my opinion. I just see it as, everybody gonna have their own opinion, but me myself, I just think of this as just YouTube entertainment. I don't think that these sectors that's been created and stuff like that. I mean, to me, if we're all under the same umbrella, which we are because we all go into each other's live stream, everybody see each other, in the same live stream. That's just how I see it. I mean, where does the actual Mo3 sector comes in? I don't. I'm
Well, it
just.
comes in again by how the sector was formed, Miss Patricia, and you're saying that you weren't aware of that, so it's easy for you to say that, and that's neither here nor there. But even if that's the case, if you're not informed, then why speak on something if you're not fully
Because I
informed on
see
it?
how these to be okay. The reason why I'm speaking on it, because my thing is that how are you going to say that you call this the Mo3 sector, but you're not living like you're not living right. You're not.
And
Ain't nobody
that
in
would
YouTube
be
trying to ain't nobody in YouTube trying to get no money.
okay. So
Ain't
that's a
nobody
different
in
thing.
YouTube trying to have this as, hey, I'm gonna make a few dollars out of it or whatever. Or ain't nobody trying to listen. Go ahead, Eve. Go ahead. Because I
And
mean, you
that's
got your opinion and I got mine.
and that's a different. See, you're saying two different things at once because now that we've already got out the way that you're not really privy to the origin of Mo3 in the sector's
No,
history,
I don't
so we
know.
can
I
put that
don't.
out.
I just
Okay,
see how
exactly.
these
Right.
so-called sectors are, and I wouldn't even. To me, it's just YouTube entertainment.
Okay, so let's put that to the side. So now that we've got that out the way, then you also spoke on about people not getting any money and how is that a
No, they ain't going
representation of
nowhere.
him?
Their damn channels
Okay.
ain't going nowhere either because they ain't about that. They ain't about making no damn money. They shit is just about being messiness and dragging and doxing and all of that stuff. That's it.
Okay. Okay, so let me ask you something. If that's something that in which they're doing, why does that even matter to you?
It doesn't. I'm just talking about it. I'm just talking about it because, like I said, I've been down these YouTube streets and I hear this sector here is a sector's there and sector there, and I'm like, well, what? Wait a minute, who? I don't even know who even came up with these different sectors and all of that. And we all run around in the same damn YouTube streets doing the same damn thing. That's it.
Right, and I understand what you're saying. I'm just trying to, understand because sometimes, I have to say I've listened to some of your lives and it's kind of been, you know, ridiculing some of these people that have channels, and so I've just been wondering because there
Oh,
was a
good. I'm glad
time,
you have been watching. I'm glad you have been watching because I've been telling people to watch me. See,
yeah,
y'all run around here. Y'all go to other people's live streams and stuff like that. But I'm telling y'all, I said, well, you know what? Just check me out. See what I'm about. See what I talk about. You know what I mean?
right, and I
Um,
do,
Was
and
you
I
and
over
do.
here
and
I
thank
talking
you for
about
that.
me? Is you over here talking about me, shrimp sucker?
Who you talking to?
I'm asking you a question, young lady.
What?
Is you over here talking about me?
What am I
Hey
talking about you
DJ,
for, DJ? I
We
ain't
we
seen your ass
what's
over
up?
here in a
We
long
call
goddamn
ourselves
time.
the Mo 3 sector. It is
I
what it
don't care
is.
what you call yourself. You
Yeah.
can call yourself the black eyed peas, the pork and beans, the hot dogs. I don't care. I listen. I don't care.
I wanted to call it Coochie Gang, but motherfuckers was tripping. Yeah. But look, yeah, yeah.
You know what?
Let's
that
talk
Call
would be a
about it.
that
call
would
it
be a
anything you want. I'm
subsection of
just saying.
the Mo three
I just
sector.
see it as YouTube as just being yeah
Yeah.
entertainment, and
You over
that's
here,
just
you
it.
over here doing all this crying and whining, man. What you need to do
Yeah,
is stick
Who
two fingers
crying?
in your, yeah,
Who crying?
yeah,
Who crying?
you, you is, yeah.
What I got
you
to
kind
cry
you
What you
about?
need to do is
you are Miss Brown.
stick two fingers in your coochie.
I'm not
Yeah,
listen. Let me
yeah,
tell you something. Let me tell you something. I'm not crying about
Jesus,
shit.
DJ.
I'm not
yeah.
crying about
Jesus right.
nothing.
Jesus is right.
I don't
Jesus
give a
is right.
fuck, DJ. DJ, you already know
Even
I'm the type
even
of bitch. I
Jesus
don't
stuck
give
his
a fuck.
finger in some coochie. Jesus
Listen,
stuck
No,
no,
he
his
you
finger
didn't.
in
stick
some.
your
Yeah,
hand.
he
No, you
did.
stick
Yeah,
your
he
hand in.
did.
No, you stick
Yeah.
your hand in your ass and lick that and get the fuck off my goddamn show. How about that? Bye. What you got to say, E?
Um, no, I would kind of kind of piggyback a little bit off of what DJ saying, but not so brash. That it does kind of come off like you're ridiculing people about what they're doing with their channels,
They ain't doing
And if
shit with
that's
they.
something,
They ain't doing
okay,
shit with their channels, and a lot of
and
motherfuckers know.
and maybe they're not though, Miss Brown. But I don't think it's for us to judge that unless unless somebody came at us directly directly attacking us. Then I don't think it's right to do that to other people. I think that we should let them do what they're doing. If whatever their motivation for being on here is, let them do that because it doesn't affect you one way or another, right?
No, it don't. But you tell me,
Okay.
all right, let's get off the Mo 3 sector. What's up with
Okay.
this troll sector and beef sector? Who created that and how did that come about?
Well, those are bipartisans of the Mo three sector. So once the
Oh
Mo
my
three
God.
sector, see, once things,
Okay.
and are you familiar with any of that? Because you have been a part of this, and you
Like I
have,
said, I just see it as entertainment of YouTube. That's it. You know what I
and
mean?
you can also see it like that as well, Miss Brown. That's nothing wrong with that because it is still entertainment at the end of the day. It's still
That's what it
entertainment.
is.
But it's also there's still history here. It's been over 2 years worth of history in this sector. Actually, coming up on the 11/11/11 would mark 2 years to the date that this sector was actually, um, formed
Oh
as the
my
Mo 3
God.
sector. So,
Mm.
um,
So
so
okay, so if you're saying okay, so it's what a celebration is supposed to be coming up. So are people gonna reach out to Mo 3 kids and send them flowers or cash apps and stuff like that? Kind of get them involved.
Miss Brown, you may not be aware, but there's some people in this sector that that know who his family are, that have contact with them. Now, not everybody can just do that, can we? We all live in different parts of the country. So there
Okay.
are people that are right there in that city that have firsthand knowledge of him and his family and what contributions they've made to their family, to his family. We don't know. But what I know, because it seems like you don't know, is that there are people that have been active in his family's life after death, and people in our sector that are from across the country still honor him by playing his music and keeping his name alive. It doesn't matter about what monetary gain this family gets. It's about just being able to keep his name alive, and based upon something, it's to a sense, it's history was made because there was a sector that was formed based off of him. Now, it's unfortunate that it was based off of him because of his death, but nevertheless, it was still formed. And so I think that, you know, while there have been some ups and downs with this sector, there are there have been some really good times, and there have been some really good people that have been able to come together and just really create something great. And now what you're fixated on is the negative thing. Just had it has it manifested itself into that? For sure. I don't agree with that part of that sector, because it was some fun times where you control and you can just scratch with people, and it didn't get to such high extremes. But nevertheless, this is the place that we're in now. But we cannot take away the fact that it was still a Mo3 sector formed. And there was some great content being put out. There's some historical artifacts based on this Mo3 sector,
Okay.
and that's that.
Okay, Eve. All
Okay,
right.
so
I mean,
Joe's saying the people contributing to the family don't consider themselves Mo3 sector. Well, you know what? I would also say that a lot of and that's here nor there, and that may be fine. But do you know who's all contributing to them? Because you don't know. You can't say that because we don't know who's doing what. But the people that are speaking out loud, that are talking out loud, may have that feeling. But and see, Joe, respectfully, Joe, you came in. You didn't really quite come in. Really, I really don't know when you came about. I remember you being at Room Shaker and stuff. And so a lot of times people that weren't here, meaning the sector at its existence, would say things like that, you know. And this is not to argue about this, because it is what it is. And Max made a great point about how sectors are formed. We don't form the sectors. YouTube does, because once you start putting things into the search engine on YouTube, it'll direct you to certain places, and so that traffic comes there, and that's how people start gravitating towards these different places, and that's how things are born. That's like, how is the black sector born? Like, how did the black sector get born? And that's like one of the oldest sectors in YouTube. Then next to that is the beef sector. So it's like, we don't make it, we don't create it. It's just something that happens because of the algorithm.
mm, well, I mean, I know you got your own opinion, and everybody's entitled
Hey,
to their own opinion, but
Miss Diana, baby. Hi, Lay Leezy, sweetheart. But it's like, to argue, to keep arguing this, because it seems like with you, you're having two different arguments in one, because you want to argue that, why, if people, this is not the Mo3 sector, and if that's the case, then why are all these people doing all this stuff? They're not trying to get any money. They're not trying to do anything, and blah blah blah. See,
right,
you're raising
YouTube is
two different
supposed to be
arguments.
about, basically, YouTube is supposed to grow. You want to grow your channel and you want to make your money. Just like Mo3, he was in entertainment. He was doing his music and he was making money. That's
Hey,
what I
Orion
was saying.
Star. Hey,
You know,
Orion Star. Hey, everybody.
that's what I was saying. You know what I mean? And like I said, all these different sectors that you're talking about, it just kind of confuses me when I see the same people doing the same thing, and when I see the same people and running in the same circle. So how are they called this part, this and that, when they all run together in the same pack? That's all I'm saying.
Now, you raise a great question. Now, what's happened, because the sector has grown, for sure. Our sector, well, I don't know if you identify as the Mo3 sector or not, but and I will say this: I recall Polar being a heavy fixture for you getting your platform off the ground, and he
Mm-hmm.
was definitely a catalyst for the Mo3 sector. So you coming up under his umbrella would, mm, would by default make you part of the Mo3 sector, whether you realize that or not.
Well,
So,
I don't know.
so
I don't know. The only thing I know is I came from originally I came from Timbo Slice, and then from Timbo I went to Polar. But back then there was no sector or anything like that. Then just one day, just I happened to hear it in the YouTube streets about sectors, and I'm like, wait a minute, the Mo3 sector, the troll sector, the this that sector, okay. All right. Well, all right. So now I see us is trying to, divide, conquer, and divide, but it's still
mm,
to me. I'm thinking
it's
like,
not
but
a
we all see
division.
each other.
It's not a sector isn't a division. It's just the umbrella. It's just a subgroup of a bigger entity. YouTube is the entity, and so with that, it's like take YouTube as Amazon, if you will, right?
Okay.
So YouTube is the Amazon, and you can buy in different things from different retailers on Amazon, correct?
Okay.
So that's just basically what this is. YouTube is it's the it's the creator of it's the way to be able to find different things.
So I'm looking
That's
at
it.
this as a dictionary, and a dictionary says an area of portion that is distinct from others. So how is that? How are we distinct from others when we all run around in the same pack?
So okay, so you just answered the question. Like I said before, it makes up a subgroup of a bigger entity. That's what it is. So a section, subsection, subsector, there it's tomato tomato. So if on YouTube you have like a specific group, like the Mo3, then now you have the black sector and you have the beef sector, you have the prison sector, you have the mommy sector, you have all these different sectors. But guess what? There was a time that the Mo3 sector wasn't familiar with the mommy sector, wasn't familiar with the black sector, wasn't familiar with the beef sector, wasn't familiar with the prison sector. Some of them may not. But what happened is once you started fishing around here up under this umbrella called YouTube and started veering out to other subsections of YouTube, then you
Mm-hmm.
discover other things. Okay. And then you create merges. And that's what we see is going on today.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's your opinion, and you're right. I mean, whatever that's how you feel and everything. But my thing is that why call it the Mo3 sector when we all run around, and like you said, the mommy sector, the troll sector, the whatever, all these different sectors seem like they're getting created every day, just like some of these YouTube houses, they getting put up new live streams and this and that, people are going live. It's so much stuff going on, you know what I mean?
Well, I would say this, there are camps and there's sectors. So what's going on now, you are a part of a camp in a sector. SSI is part of a camp in a sector. DG, Max, myself when if I ever decide to go live. Cam, Coolant, Room Shaker. The, these are camps
So
within
are
one
they
sector.
all a part of the Mo3 sector? Would you call them
Yes,
a part of the all the
yes,
Mo3 sector? Why
yes.
would you say that?
Because we all started off on one commonality. The sector was created based on one thing, and that's what? That was who?
You talking about Mo3?
Correct. So if we all came together, we all know each other from one commonality, which is Mo3. Now, a lot of us was here since the beginning with each other. You're saying
Well,
that, hey, you wasn't really familiar with what was going on. You were a
yeah,
part
but
of
let's
a
just keep it
specific
real.
group.
Even a lot of motherfuckers did not even know who Mo3 was. Didn't know his name. Didn't know shit about him. But
And
then
that's
all
okay
these
too.
live streams that was going up about him, they started to try to figure out, but half of them they just didn't know. They just felt they just got in where they fit in at. That's it.
Well, people inquired about him after he died, and what's wrong with that? That's how you form information, by search engine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once you started searching, and it's like, what happened to this man? Because it became national news, and so people go to YouTube to see what happened, and they inquire about this person. So just because you didn't know him or knew his music, didn't know that doesn't mean that you didn't have an interest in it. So once you became interested, you became vested in it. And that's what we did. And there was a lot of great bloggers coming out with some wonderful content based on this man's death, because it was a lot that came with that. It was a lot.
Okay.
It was like, who could have possibly did this, and kind of breaking down his origin of the things
Mm-hmm.
that he was doing in his city, who he had beef with, who was, who trying to crack the code. It was like a big Da Vinci Code, and it became a great mystery to all of us that kept us intrigued and kept us enthralled. And so when that happens, then it started being other bloggers, big bloggers, the Polars, the MHBs, the Scos, the Ratchets. These are titans of this Mo3 sector, right? And so when they started going back and forth with each other, which started to form into trolling and beefing, that's how that came about. See, now to answer your question earlier about that,
Yeah.
about how did it become the trolling and beefing. Then there's people going back and forth with each other, these heavyweights going back and forth with each other, and then you have the heavyweights supporters going to go behind their the person that held those channels. And so it was just like, it was a mess from there. But it was a good
Mm.
mess. It was a good mess though too, because it wasn't all this BS that's going on right now. We didn't do all that. We didn't do all of that doxing and,
Right.
coming into your house. We didn't do all that.
Right. Exactly.
But so we're not even, the Mo3 sector is not even equating that to, the origin of our existence. It just happened to just come naturally. It just happened to come as the sector grew, as the merging became, came about and stuff like that. So
So what do you
uh
think? So let me ask you something, Eve. So I mean, this is just, we just talking turkey. You know what I mean? You have your opinion, and I have mine. But what do you think about these new, I guess these so-called new sectors that's coming about, and all of this stuff? And we running around, and we seeing the same people. I mean, what do you think it's trying to do? I mean, is it like a divide and conquer?
mm, I think right now what's going on is that, let me just say, whatever people are doing, they're branching off, getting their own um channels and doing their own things. That's fine. I don't have an issue with that. Let them be great. When what happens is, when we start to ridicule what these other people are doing, then we become the problem. Because why are we so invested in what they're doing? You know what I'm saying? It's not doing anything for me, but I will, and I can get to that in a second. Matter of fact, let me get to that now, because you were speaking in your lives about, these people. I've heard you say this on multiple times on your lives about
Mm-hmm.
these upcoming channel holders, and
Yeah.
they're in the way. Let them get over and leave room for people that are trying to produce content and be able to get to, making money, getting the AdSense and all these things, and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. And I think that, and from what I'm gathering here from you, Miss Brown, is that you're having a problem with these people because it's getting in the way of your bottom line.
Well, no, you know what? My thing is this. I'm more talking about, some of the new people, that, that's trying to get their channel, up and running and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because it's like this, is that we are running under the same umbrella. We all see the same people. So my thing is, if you got like 19 live streams going on at the same time, and this one person, new to the game but want to get their weight up and stuff, how they gonna get their weight up if they really don't know how to, to go about it doing it? So I was just saying, maybe, when people are live and stuff, especially this, if you got a subscriber and you know that that subscriber needs help, and you know that subscriber's trying to get their channel up, don't go live. Try to get that subscriber's channel up. You go live with that subscriber. You be on that your subscriber's channel and try to help
We're
them.
beyond that right now, Miss Brown. We're beyond that at this point
I know,
because
because
what
motherfuckers, it's all about them. It's all about me, me, me. It ain't about,
no,
it ain't
but
about
what's
helping.
wrong with what's wrong with that though? What's wrong with being out of that space? Because guess what happened when we started doing that, waiting for somebody else? Because like you box yourself in, you're still an individual at the end of the day. If you're going to get to it, and you can't depend on the same subscribers. And this is not like a you get this time slot. While it makes
But
sense
my
to a
thing is
degree, you
sometimes you
have to.
gotta sometimes you
You,
gotta pay it forward. That's how
Miss
that's how
Miss
I see
Brown,
it. But no,
Miss,
I'm just saying, especially
I
some of
get
these
it.
ones that got the big houses and stuff like that. Sometimes you gotta pay it forward. Sometimes it's your subscribers that help you get to where you're at. It's your subscribers that put that meat and potatoes on the table for you and your family and stuff like that. But if
Mm.
you see if that subscriber is trying to get their channel up and going and stuff like that, sometimes a bigger subscriber need to step in and say, you know what, I'm going to have this person on my show. I'm going to promote this person, or I'm going to start promoting my subscribers because they look out for me. That's
I
all.
want to. I want to. So give me a specific person that's a small group that's
I'm
starting
never
off
gonna.
right now.
I'm not gonna say.
Okay,
I don't.
because
I'm not gonna
I
say, Eve. That's
okay, but
something.
okay.
No.
Let me just say this
This is
because I
something
will
I see
say that
down
we
these YouTube streets. That's all.
what I see down these YouTube streets are people having some pretty good, decent numbers for them just starting out because they are helping each other. That's what I see. I see people are grouped up and being able to help each other make sure that they can, reach their whatever goal and whatever motivation that they have. And I've seen people build their channels up in a short amount of time, get monetized, and it's just on to the next one, helping each other out with it. I like the system.
I see people
I
doing the
like it.
same shit that they do all the time. Running those plays behind the scenes, coming up with different shit to talk about, throwing each other under the bus. And meanwhile, half of these motherfuckers is probably friends. We don't know. They
Miss
make
Brown.
us think that they no, listen to me, Eve. They make us
Okay.
think that they enemies and all of that shit, but behind the scenes the motherfuckers already know exactly what they're gonna say. So when they come up online or something like that, they already know, and that's going to move the traffic. See, once they know how to move the traffic, those views are going to go up, because 9 times out of 10 they're going to have the same people that's running around in the YouTube streets anyway. That's it. You know, that's how they're coming up fast. That's how they're coming up fast. That's how they're getting their numbers up, because 9 times out of 10, half of these motherfuckers playing behind the scenes that we don't know about. You know what I mean? And you already know some of the motherfuckers that's ready to try to start some shit. Because the only thing they got to do is go out in the street. They go out in these YouTube streets. They put up some shit or they start some shit that's going to move the traffic over to their house, and that's what's going to build their numbers up. It's not that they have good content. Hell no, they ain't got no good goddamn content. It's only a few people on YouTube that's got some good content, and that's Transparent Talk and a couple of other people. But she got the good shit. I've looked at her. She, kudos to her.
Okay.
She
So,
going up.
recall though, Miss Brown, when you first started getting your channel off the ground, that you had a
I
lot of
had
mess going
600.
on yours.
Listen, let me back it up. Before I got with Polar, I had 600 something subscribers already made. But he put me over the edge where I got monetized and then some. But best
But then you
believe
still had
I
to
got
have what
I
though?
yes, that's where you came from. You were a Polar babe. We know that. And
No, I
that's
was never
where
a polar bear.
you was
But
never a
I was
Polar babe. That's where
no,
I
I was
saw
never a
you
polar bear. I wasn't a polar bear. I am polar. I was polar gang, but I wasn't a polar bear.
at. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
But
you came from Polar. You came from
yes, I
Polar,
came
right?
from polar. Yes.
Right, right. You came from Polar. Um,
Hmm.
yeah. So,
But what I'm saying is, though, Miss Brown,
Yeah.
I'm making this. This is what I'm saying that to say this. Sometimes the mess has to come about in order to start building those channels up to get there.
And they
So
gonna
sometimes
stay a
we need
mess
that.
because the way
But
you start
this
your
this is what I'm
channel
saying.
is the way you got to finish your
Oh
channel.
no,
That's
no,
what I'm
Miss Brown.
saying.
Let me say, please. What I'm saying to you is that once we started coming in, helping you get to the finish line, during that time and after, you still had a lot of mess going on your channel that brought a lot of traction to your
I know
channel at
that.
that
I
time.
know the
Okay.
way I
All right.
started my channel, but see, that's not the way. The way I started my channel out is not the way it is now. I know that, and that's just
Mhm.
usually that's how the game goes. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I started my channel out in something totally different. You know that, but that's not where we at now. That's not where we're not. I got out here and I played in a devil's playground, and now this is the result of it. You know what I mean? This is the
Right.
result. And in
What's the
return,
result?
YouTube will change a person. You know,
Okay.
YouTube will change a person. Even though when you first start your channel up, you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna be with that mess. I'm not gonna be with that. I'm not gonna be with this. But then as soon as you get out here in those YouTube streets and start mingling and start dancing with the devil and shit like that, you become the devil. You become the part of your channel that you put out. That's what you become. That's just what I.
Mm. Is this an internal? Are you internalizing something here, and based off of
That's
what
what
you see around
anybody.
you?
That's what
But
anybody.
I'm saying that to say this though. Everybody has their turn. Everybody that builds these channels that really want it has a turn. It may come back around uh, for
Yeah, but a lot
you.
of these
You know what I'm saying?
motherfuckers
But
really did never wanted their channel. Let's just keep it real. A lot of these people never even wanted the channel. What they had to do was they got tired of getting muted. They got tired of getting booted out of other people's live streams. So they say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put my own live stream up. That way I can pop my own shit. But then decided, say, hey, you know what? This may not be too bad. I think I can do this. I'm just gonna stay with it. I'm gonna stick with it. You know, a lot of motherfuckers, they already know how to get their channels up because they learn from the messy people. They learn from the doxers. They learn from all the other people. So they already know that's how those numbers are going up. You know, you think a motherfucker that do a live stream, if they talk about a lost kid or a baby or something like that, you think they're gonna get the numbers? They're not gonna get no numbers. Let's keep it real. They're gonna get some numbers, but they're not gonna get as high numbers. But if they
but you
start
have to.
talking about somebody, if they start dragging somebody, if they start putting dead babies in caskets and all that other shit, hell yeah, their number's gonna skyrocket.
Listen, Miss Brown. This is what I'm saying. When we started, you got to also consider the environment too. We are in a troll. Not only is it the Mo3, but we're also in the troll beef sector. So that's why it's the Mo3 troll beef sector. So then when that was coming on, now, no, all this baby stuff, because again, we weren't doing that stuff in existence of Mo3. We didn't do all that stuff. That came from a whole different group of people that brought that mess over here. Okay, so
And
we
they shouldn't
can't.
have been allowed over here. They shouldn't have been
Well,
allowed over here. We as content creators should have banded together to find out the person that put that shit up and not allow that person on any of our live streams. That way, that person would get voted off the island and they would have to leave. They would have to leave. At least that'd be a way to say it, send a signal like, listen, we don't play that shit over here. We don't play about the dead babies in the caskets. We don't play about the doxing and all of that stuff of families and all of that. If you're gonna fight me, you fight me out in the YouTube streets. You leave my family out of it. You leave dead babies out of it and stuff like that that don't have nothing to do with what we going through and stuff like that. That's all I'm saying.
I agree. I agree with that. But also when it comes down to the constant back and forth with one another, people attacking each other, also consider the source, consider the environment you're in. That's gonna happen.
Right.
The
And let
F
me
if
just
the
say
F
about
stuff,
you,
if you
Eve. Right, because you up here and stuff like that and talking turkey. And like I said, I'm not biting my tongue and I'm real. I'm gonna keep it real. You know, you was quiet at first. You was quiet at first. You was down these YouTube streets. You know, you wasn't saying too much. Yeah, you getting little battles here and there and stuff like that. But the minute that big battle came in, you went back to your live stream and you put up a live. That brought the traffic. That's why your numbers got like that. That's
what are
why
you
your
talking
numbers
about?
grew like that. You know what I mean? But if you would
Tell
have
me
went
with
back, listen to
specifics.
me. If you would have went back to your live stream and started putting up some some not no messy stuff or anything like that, you would have got the views. but you wouldn't have got as high views like you got now.
What are
But
you talking about?
I understand that sometimes you do got to get out in these YouTube streets, put your YouTube sneakers on, and get out there and rattle some cages, because that bought you content. That bought you to go back to your live stream and do a live. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I don't have any motivation with my channel. I'll go on there and I'll just do a random live. So it wasn't for me to attract anybody.
But you had
I've gone
content
live.
to go live. You had content to go live. I believe anybody can go live if they know. Listen, you could talk about flowers, you could talk about dogs, you could talk about whatever, but you already know that's not really going to get you the views. So you already know by being out there in the YouTube streets and getting in the mess and all of that stuff, that gave you content, that gave you the bullets in your gun to run back to your live stream. That's all.
No, it was organic. It was organic because I didn't anticipate anything, because I didn't have any specific beef or anything like that to bring back to my live. So sometimes things have to happen organically. I just happened to strike my live up. I went live a couple of weeks ago and I didn't have anybody but, like, I don't know. I don't even know. It wasn't even I knew I didn't even have 20 people in there.
Right.
And
But
so
the
when
last time you went live, how many people did you have because you were talking about somebody?
I'm not
Right.
sure. I didn't even.
You
I
had
didn't
a
even.
lot of people in your live, right?
Okay, well, I was just trolling. I wasn't talking about anybody. I was trolling. So that's what that was about. And see, I don't come for the drama. I don't come on here for drama or anything like that. Which is why I have, decided to not even do it, because it's just too much. I'll come
I
in,
know
I'll
that,
come
Eve.
out.
I've been
I have.
watching you. I've been looking at your live streams. I've seen how your live streams, when you got the good conversation and you got the good content and all of that stuff, yes, people tune in. But you already know, you got to kind of, when you in these YouTube streets, you roll with the punches. So you already know if you in a battle with somebody or whatever, you already know that that's content on you. So you're gonna take that back to your live stream and you're just gonna start it up and you're gonna talk about that person. That's going to bring the traffic. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Right, but what I'm not doing is doing that based upon me wanting to get people over there to my live either, because it's all for fun for me.
Right, but
So
you
let
know
me
they're
just put that.
coming. They love drama. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They love drama. People
But,
in the
but
YouTube streets, they love drama.
but it's okay. But what's wrong with that if they love drama? What's wrong with that?
It's nothing wrong, but when you want to fight fair. Fight me out in the YouTube streets. Don't bring my family in it. Don't bring dead babies in it. Don't bring this in it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, yes, you're gonna be messy in the streets, and we be messy together or whatever like that. But don't bring no personal family stuff in there and stuff like that.
And
It seems like people get a kick out of putting shit up on community walls and stuff like that about family members and stuff like that. I don't know who came up with that. I don't know who started that, but I really think that person's going to get their karma. And I also believe that that content creators should all band together to get that shit up out of this so-called M03 sector. You know what I mean?
well, now it's involved and it is definitely merged. And we can never reverse the time, but I'm just grateful for the time that we did have when it came down to the M03 sector. I even appreciated the trolling sector, but the beef, that's a whole different animal. And so, as it relates to people doing the harsh, talking about the dead, the doing all this extra stuff. Now, those are specific groups of people. It's a handful of those that are doing that, and so we just can't shun everybody for that, because while everybody doesn't
I don't
agree
think we
with
should let
it.
them in the sector, a so-called sector. If we know that they're about that, if you know about they're about the doxing, they're about the dead babies in caskets and putting family stuff posted. No, I don't think that they should be allowed. I don't think they should be allowed. But we as content creators, see, I've always thought that, we're stronger in numbers. If we all band together, if
Right.
all the content creators say, no, you can't come to this live stream. Next, they try to go up and somebody, no, you can't come up. Nope, you can't come. Eventually, they're going to have to either go back to their doghouse and put up live streams, which it ain't going to happen because the traffic is not going to go their way, or they're going to have to just pick up and take their shit on the road. That's how you weed out some of these doxers. That's how you weed out some of these ones that want to talk about dead babies and stuff like that. We just have to stand up and say, you know what? If you call us the Mo3 sector, then there's shit that we should not have to stand for. We're not standing for that doxing shit. We're not standing for putting dead babies in caskets. You talk about that, you're getting kicked the fuck up out of here. That's
You
it.
know, I want to just say this also. While that can be an option, but also, how about the people that these things are happening to, or the people that are doing it? Stop doing the things that they're doing to bring that about, because there's always a cause to an effect. If you get it, if it comes to that extent that people are doing something like that, then you have to ask yourself, what did that person do for it to cause that much
That's
of a
true. Yeah, that's
effect?
true. That's true. That's true. But I'm saying
So,
the person that actually went live, that you're saying that's from, just say that the person that's from the Mo3 sector, they go live on somebody or they post some stuff. No, they should not be allowed. Take their goddamn Mo3 so-called membership back and let them go. Hold up,
mm,
here's Miss Lakers. Hey, Miss Lakers, how are you?
I'm good. Do I got an echo?
hey, Miss
Am I okay?
Lakers.
No, thank you for coming and talking.
Hey, hey.
I'll
Listen,
tip
let me
gobble gobble. How is going though?
listen, let me say this. Eve, look, I just gotta disagree with you on that last part you just said. Everybody that gets something said about them don't necessarily have to do anything to anyone for somebody to be running their name on their platform. They
Mm-hmm.
do, to me, they do it, just to try people to see, like, they certain people are going to give them an argument back. You know what I'm saying? Then when that person go on their platform, or even when they do subs, it makes subs go start pages. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
So when
right,
they do it with an agenda to see who they can get more clicks off of. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm gonna argue back with you, you're gonna get clicks, then somebody gonna come to me to see what I'm gonna say and see how far I'm gonna take it. Then it's gonna go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But let me tell
Mm-hmm.
you
yeah,
this. I don't care how hard people say it is. If somebody run you and you ignore it, it eventually go away. And let
mm,
me just say that, and because I experienced it, because I just separated from two people. Next thing I was content. I don't know how long it lasted, maybe about a week. But Patricia was like, "Lakers, if you don't say anything," I'm like, "Girl, bye. I ain't listening to it, and I ain't saying nothing because they're not talking about me. Because
Right. Right.
nobody knows me on this app, and everyone is entitled to your opinion. So whatever they spoke about me was their mother freaking opinion. They weren't talking about
right,
me. So I'm not going to entertain it. Plus, I'm too old, too mature. I'm just too confident for that. That no one can push my buttons and make me respond to them because they said something, what they assume or what they think or whatever about me. You can't push me like that. I'm too smart for that. You know what I'm saying? You don't push my buttons. I
right,
only push between God and Jesus Christ. So nobody push my buttons but them.
Mm-hmm.
And
right,
nothing nobody on this app can do for me. You don't pay my bills. You don't take care of me. You don't clothe me. You
Right.
don't feed me. You don't do nothing for me. So what should anything you say? And that's what we get off at. This world now is so sensitive.
Right.
However you
Exactly.
feel
I
about
feel you,
me,
Miss Lakers.
however,
And you
however,
right. Go ahead.
go ahead.
No,
No,
I
I
was
grew
just
up.
saying what I was saying is that this thing done got to the point now where it's just so ridiculous because now you got content creators kind of like threatening their subscribers. If you go over there and hang out with that person, you're no longer welcome over here and this and that. So it puts everybody on the fence. You know what I mean? And I feel like this. Everybody grown. Everybody should be able to go where the hell they want to go. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just want to say, shout out to my baby Whole Gallon. Love you, baby.
She's so
Um,
crazy.
but yeah, I love Whole Gallon. But Whole Gallon made a great point. I mean, it's the World Wide Web. Everyone just has to be responsible for themselves. Take accountability and watch who you involve yourself, who you involve in your YouTube real life, in my opinion. Absolutely. And also, if you feel like these things are going on that you just are, you don't agree with, move around. So that way we won't even have to be coming making lives like this. You know what I'm saying? While you can
Right.
have that opinion, and it's great for you to say something, make a PSA about this, that's good. But who's really listening to it though? Because it's just like it's going in one ear out the other. Nobody cares because, like you said, they care about the drama. So it let
Right.
me remove
Exactly.
myself.
I
Let me
know they
remove
don't care
myself
about
from
real
it.
shit. See, that's the
So
thing, Eve. They don't care about real shit, and they never did. They never did. They just care about the doxing. They just care about the messiness and stuff like that. Now we sitting here, we talking turkey, and we having real conversation. But a lot of them probably like, you know what? I don't want to hear this. I don't want to hear this
No, but you
because
know what? This I'm gonna just say this. These people on this app is so, and I ain't talking about nobody in particular. But I'm gonna say this: everybody fake and phony, because everybody say it. And I'm gonna just say this: like, if I pull up to somebody that I support, I'm gonna pull. I'm gonna say, hey. Sometimes I don't need to say, hey. I take that back. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna pull up, hit your like button, listen for a minute, and then there's some stuff I don't want to hear going on. I'm out. Or maybe somebody might say something. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna say something about that, and then I'm out. I'm not gonna listen to it. But so many of us talking about, oh, when y'all gonna stop saying this? When y'all gonna stop talking about it? When you gonna do this? You in the chat saying that though, but you actually in the chat list. And I sit back in the bushes and watch this. Oh, I'm so tired of y'all talking about this. I'm so tired of this and that. But if you tired of them doing it, all you gotta do is not watch it.
there
So
you go.
you're not tired of watching it, because you know what? I don't sat here in these bushes for like the last 15 minutes and you still in this chat. So if it only take like about 5 minutes for you to know, not even 5 minutes to know how that conversation going on that platform that
yeah,
day. When you step in somebody's
Hmm.
chat, and even if it start off positive and you there for a minute or turn negative, you just bounce. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it might go negative for a minute, then go back positive. But for the most part, they start off negative and stay negative. So if you don't want to hear it and you tired of them doing it, long as y'all keep tuning in, and even if you're in the chat saying that, it's going to keep going, because guess what? The numbers are there showing that you ain't tired of it. You go
right,
there
Hmm.
every day, all day, every time that person go live with the same garbage, and you sit there tight. I'm so sorry to say every day, and you sit here watching
right,
every time
right.
my
The
mother freaking
same
go live
garbage.
every day.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So y'all not tired of it, you know. And I'm like,
Right.
God, these people on here are crazy. Like, how can
Yeah.
y'all sit and listen to this? And let me tell you this, even though, like, I just lost my mom recently, my husband, my dad anniversaries came up for 10 years. And you know what? But nothing nobody can say about them on this app can make me say, okay, I'll give a F. The reality is they is dead. They is gone. And they magnet food, they all whatever them what you want to mother freaking say, they all of that. But guess what? You got somebody in your family that's the same mother freaking thing. So, and now what? Okay. I'm not gonna argue with you about it. I'm not gonna go blow to blow. I'm gonna talk about your dead family. You're gonna talk about my dead. For what? For what? What is that gonna get? What are we gonna get? They dead, but we here dragging dead people that has no life anymore, no nothing. We're
yeah.
dragging them on the internet for what? We living, but all you doing is focusing on somebody, talk about somebody dead. So that your life is so important that all you can talk about is somebody dead. Oh
Right,
no,
and see,
really?
my thing is what is this person getting out of it? But we already know what that person
No.
is getting out of it. That person's getting views, and that
Yeah.
they already know. Hey, I'm gonna drag somebody. I don't care who it is. It's gonna bring my views up. It's gonna bring traffic.
Yeah,
It's gonna
and
bring
see,
boys
and
to the
then what
yard, and
people don't
that's what I want.
understand is that it's no different. Let me tell you this. I grew up in the 60s and the 70s, okay? The comedians nowadays is since I grew up with Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Flip Wilson, they curse. They talk about your mama, let me tell you, we came up, you and your best friends, y'all play the dozen. I talk about your mama, your
The
grandmama,
dozen. Hmm.
your dead grandmama, your dead auntie that had a short foot, one long leg, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We talked about whoever. But guess what? It was just in fun. You know what I'm saying? So now the
Yeah,
world's so sensitive. Like how you Rango, and it's part of a whole gay coalition. How you just bring something out the closet. Now you're trying to force it down our throats. And if I say something about it, I don't like it. Oh, you a gay hater. You against people being who they are. No, I'm not against who. But you can't make me change me in what I believe, because what you believe, you have a right to believe what you want to believe. I have a right to believe what I want to believe. And see, only thing now what has happened is, because we don't interact with each other anymore like we used to, and the internet is like, see, there was no internet and computers when I was a kid. So now you don't have to go outside to socialize with people. You don't have to go outside to meet people or talk to people or get to know people. You can stay right in the comfort of your own home and do whoever you want to be behind a computer, a cell phone, anything. So now all they did was bring the things they do in their lives onto the internet. And now you have strange people that you don't know that you do it with. You don't do it with your neighbors or the kids down the street or two streets over that you're friends with or you go to school with. You don't do that anymore. You do it
Right.
right in the comfort of your own home on a computer. So all it is everyday life on a computer now. So I don't know what the big deal is that everybody's dying and crying over. If it's a girl sit on your street that's sorry as heck, don't take care of kids, you know, just walk past your house, you like, oh, man, kids so dirty and bummy. Oh my goodness, why she don't take care of the people? She got her hair done, her nails done, but the kids look a mess.
Mm-hmm.
That's just
Mm-hmm.
everyday life now, and they just putting everybody's business on a doggone computer. That's all it is.
That's it. I mean, that's it. It's
And
like,
now you make
damn.
money off of it. And then
Yep.
the reason why it's done is for the attention. If you don't get no attention in real life, you got 100, 200 people, 50 people paying you attention in your chat now
Right.
that
And
you
see,
can
and that's
talk
what,
to
and that's what,
and be
that was
part of your
another thing I
life.
was
That's all
saying.
it is.
Right, and that was another thing I was saying. See, a lot of motherfuckers, they, their real lives outside. It's like, it's boring, this and that. So they come up on YouTube, and it's like, shit. I done made, I done got me some friends going on. I got this, I got that. I love it, and they come up here and they get stuck. They come up and get stuck, and it's almost like they lose reality. They lose, they can't figure out what is real anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's constantly up on YouTube day and night, night and day, and they just forgetting shit that's going on around them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you ain't gotta do nothing but stay. Who talks like you don't have to talk to the people you have in real life. You have to entertain them. You can just sit on this app and entertain people all day, every day. I don't know nobody.
Yeah.
But
All I
but
just
to
say is
me,
like if it don't apply, let it fly. Like yeah, we see it going on. That's why I limit myself to places that I go because I don't want to be a part of that type of energy. And whatever they're doing, hey,
right.
let them do that and whatever. But I'm not gonna go
But
complaining
okay,
about the mess that
but
they're doing.
Patricia go this what she wanna this. Let me okay, you know what? I don't know. You wanna around Patricia when she first got started though. Y'all came later.
Right.
But regardless of and this just gonna be Patricia, she has always been, no matter what goes on YouTube, after she got her platform, she starts talking about it. So she don't whether if she like it or she don't like it, she's gonna say it. So she don't give a F whether 2 people in here, 10 people in here, she's gonna say how
Right.
she feel.
Exactly. That's
So
how I am.
when I
That's why I
started
tell
talking
people,
about it,
watch
right,
my
yeah,
shit. You'll
she's
see.
gonna say it. She's gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? So nobody cares. Like you say, everybody listen to that. She talk about what she talk about, they're gonna do it or whatever. And if you don't want to see it, but she's gonna talk about it. She's gonna
To
say it.
me,
That's
That's
it.
to
I'm gonna
just
talk
me,
her.
about it.
this
Yeah.
is YouTube child support. Salute to Patricia.
Hey, what's
Salute to
going on?
Twinny. Salute to Eve.
Hey
And to
DJ,
me, DJ,
Hey.
collecting my child support around here. You
Oh,
know,
you so silly.
you gotta go over there
I'm
you
sick.
gotta
I'm
go over there
sorry.
to the men. You gotta go over to the men get them child
But you
support,
know how they
DJ.
be hiding in the bushes and around the girls. I gotta look out.
That's true. That's true.
So
Very good point.
How you
But do
doing,
you
Good
think?
point.
DJ?
But do you think? Let me
I'm
just ask y'all
sick. I'm
something.
so
Let me
sorry. I'm
ask y'all
coughing.
something because we just talking turkey. So do y'all think that like a lot of these plays be ran behind the scenes just to try to get a person's channel up to just try to convince us that they really don't like each other, but behind the scenes they
Salute.
cool as hell.
Some
You
of us.
know what, Miss Patricia? Sometimes you when you do your opinion and shit, people just switch it around the way they want to put it. At the end of the day, I've been here so damn long, seen it all, went through it all. So I mean, I was targeted at one time too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
Eve
were.
knows
Yeah,
that.
I
you
think
were.
I think I think all of us been targeted. It's just like how did
Yeah.
we respond to it though? Because
Exactly.
I gave mine no energy at all.
I
I
think we got the
laughed.
same
I'm like,
person,
poof,
right? The
poof,
same
poof.
person did me
Yeah,
and Twinny right here, right? So we
yeah.
already been
Cooling and
through
room
that.
shaker
So
did me.
yeah, it's not new to me.
Same
You
person
understand what
did
I'm saying?
Patricia. I think Cooler did all of us.
Oh yeah, and Patricia
Mm-hmm.
and Miss P, yes.
Yeah, and
So
E.
we've been
Yeah,
through
she
that,
did
done
all
that.
of us.
So it
Yeah.
depends when you a content creator.
Crazy, I know.
When you a content creator, right? You're supposed to
Mhm.
be a content creator. You want to do money.
Right.
I'm not here to do money. I'm here to trouble.
Right.
You understand?
There
Because if
you
I want
go.
to
You
do
know,
money, I'm going to
I
other
just had a
Well,
channels.
see,
problem with. I
I
don't think
understand that,
subs.
DJ. I
I don't think
understand that. I mean,
subs.
if you're
I
saying
don't
that,
think subs though should be content. I don't believe in that.
I don't
I
I
don't
think
don't
believe it
think.
subs should
either.
be
I don't
touched
believe it
at
either.
all.
Yeah, like that's what I had a
Yeah.
problem with.
For
I'm not a
me, that's
content
sad. But
creator.
for me,
Like, why I should never be nobody's
mind you,
content or none of that. I'm not
Right.
your
You know
give
what? I'm
me
content.
gonna say
give me
this.
a
I'm gonna
minute,
say
Twin.
I'm
this.
not your
Give me a minute,
competition.
28.
Listen, I'm gonna say this,
Remember,
and I'm
your
not bashing.
subs,
I'm not
your
bashing.
subs
I'm
is
not
your
bashing
money. Your
anyone. You
subs are
guys
your
are
Let
loyal
welcome to
ones.
keep
DJ.
it. I'm
Can
gonna keep it.
DJ
Wait,
say
hold
something?
on. I'm gonna say this, and I hope the person don't get in their feelings or anything. But we talking turkey. You already know I'm a real bitch. I'm gonna keep it real with you. But not on my watch. She done put up like how many videos about Donald and stuff. She need to pay homage to Donald because all that shit that she talking and shit. I'm pretty sure those numbers are sky high, and
You
she
know what?
making money
Sometimes
off
you
of
see,
him. I don't listen. You think I care?
I don't even
Well, this
watch,
is
so I
not
don't know
about
what the
not on
fuck.
my
I'm gonna put it
watch.
like this. I'm not
Why do
trying
we
to
have to
sound like
bring
no
not on my
I'm
troll.
watch
talk,
in this?
I'm talking about channels. I'm talking about benefiting about the channels and
But
stuff like that. She's
he a
welcome.
content
Listen,
creator. When
she's
you're a
welcome to
content,
come over here and hang out.
we talking about subs being content. He's not a sub. He's a content creator. So
Yeah,
Yes,
but
he
he
is.
was a
content
sub.
creators,
Yeah, he was a
yeah,
sub just like everybody
content,
else.
yeah, but content creators all go after each other. I
Ain't
just
no
don't feel like
content
they should go
creators.
after
If they
subs.
If
were
that's the
content
case,
creators,
everybody
they
was
had
a
If
sub.
content.
you
They have
hear
messiness. That's all they
there's
Yeah.
two
have.
things.
And,
There's
Everybody was a
two
sub.
things.
Then that's the case,
Listen,
Miss
guys.
Right.
Brown.
That's
There's
how
two
no, no,
that's
things
no,
how
no.
here.
But
that's what we was all
you miss
for.
what I said, Eve. I said a lot of content
No, I'm talking about
creators became content creators because they was subs that was talked about. That's how a lot of them
right.
became content creators because they hit that switch. Yeah, I
No, I'm
know
talking
that.
about Miss Brown. I said you got a point because you made the point, but Miss Brown was saying, but yeah, he was a sub, and I'm like, yeah, all of us were subs before we were content creators, right?
Right. We
Right.
definitely were.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
yeah, so that you got to think
Mm-hmm.
about that. So that kind of don't make it.
But
We
this
can't
is
even
what I'm
plug not
saying,
on my
baby.
watch and Donald situation in.
This is what I'm saying, baby. If you come here and some fuck shit, you're gonna give return fuck shit, and you're gonna
There you
go get
go.
fuck shit. That's it.
There
No,
you
If
go.
no,
you a
no,
content
no. Because
creator,
I ain't never gave nobody no F stuff,
no,
and
no,
I got
Twinny,
some.
no, here. This is general. Twinny, this is general. I'm talking about
Yeah, in
general.
general,
So
in general.
being here so long, and seeing so many shit going on and down, it's not new to me. I'm
Yeah,
just saying general.
But
If you
Room
here to
Shaker's
exactly.
do
another one
money,
though. Room Shaker's another one. Let's not leave her out. Room Shaker's another one. She know how to run those plays, and she know how to
It's
get. She know how to get
Patricia.
to that
We be
that's
title.
not
naming
what I'm talking about.
forever.
I'm talking
It's
about
a lot of. We just talk about in
if
general,
you
like
wanna come over here
Thank
to
you,
do
Hogue
money,
Allen.
you could have your bag. And amen to you. You understand what I'm saying? But if you in some fuck shit, you're gonna get fuck shit and you're gonna go to sleep with fuck shit.
That's
Period.
it.
Period.
Yep,
Because if
and
I don't
you
want
let
to
it
be
con.
in one channel, I'm not gonna be there. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because we're gonna get fuck shit in return.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
understand what I'm
Well
saying?
said.
So if you here for money, man, you gotta keep away from all that bullshit.
That's right.
As a
Well
content
said.
That's it.
creator from
That's
another
it.
page, and you know
That's
I'm
hold
right.
on, but
owning the
listen,
page.
but that's what gets the numbers and the money nowadays. The bull crap. That's
That's
what
it.
it is.
That's it.
That's what's pulling
Oh,
the
I
people in their
know
lives,
because
making no
I do
lives.
content, I do crime.
Yeah, and you
Crimes,
ain't getting
right? And
numbers
I
like
get
they
mad
getting,
paid
are
out of
you?
it.
Are you getting numbers like they getting out of it too?
Nobody
No,
is.
because I'm here
Nobody
for
No,
the
is.
but
I'm trolling.
And you know what? And Miss Lakers,
Uh-uh.
Eve is another one. Eve, she got some good content. She has some good shit. But her numbers aren't gonna be as big. But soon as she got
But
messy and went down some shit.
Eve not in it for the money though with her channel. I don't believe either.
That's what
Are
we
you,
no,
said,
I'm
Eve?
Miss
not.
P.
No,
Me
Okay,
not
and
at
I
all.
thought you
But
just
let's
had
put it
but
like
Eve
this.
Yeah.
had hers.
Me and
Eve
Eve out
got a
here
page because when she feel like it, sometimes she's on the F stuff.
right,
You
Yes,
know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
exactly. Yes, exactly.
I
That's
told her that.
Flat
it.
out.
I said, Eve, you
That's
listen.
with
all right.
that, you with that rah-rah stuff.
Come on, y'all making me talk.
Yes. Eve
She
ain't
with
on
that
that. She
rah-rah
ain't
stuff
trying.
sometimes, not all the
Eve be
time.
on the F stuff. Don't piss
It's
her off.
fun
I
when
don't.
we do
She
this
don't hit
trolling shit. You
that
know,
tag. I'm
it's
like, oh,
fun.
here she go.
And this is me and Eve, maybe Max, maybe all of us here is to troll and to have
Mm-hmm.
fun, right?
That's
Because that's
it.
why
Yeah.
I got my other page. This is where I do money at. This is where I'm not gonna put my fuck shit at. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? DJ could be here
Right.
today, tomorrow should be YouTube of YouTube, whatever the
That's
name I
right.
want to put. But I want to troll. I wanna have fun,
That's
Yeah.
but the
right.
clean
That's
way.
right.
the clean way. You understand? I'm
Right,
not
right.
Clean
That's
way.
why I like.
Right,
That's
That's
yeah,
why
the
right.
I
clean
like.
way,
Clean
yeah.
way. The
Right.
clean
That's
way.
why I like
do the clean
Mahaya's
way.
channel because
That's
Mahaya
right.
got 2 channels. One channel is the rah-rah. You can rah-rah and
Exactly.
mess up and cut up, whatever. But his main channel that he gets his bread and butter shit from, you ain't coming up on. He'd be like, nope, wait, we're not on that page. You
Yeah,
got to
but
wait until
my
we get
head
on
been
my
catching
backup
it
page.
bad. He
That's what
been
I like
catching it
about him.
bad lately.
Mhm.
Huh?
I feel
Just
bad. I
to
see he been
have,
catching it
just to
bad
have
lately.
fun. Sometimes you open a
Yeah.
page just to have fun, and this is
Yeah.
what you get in return because not
Mhm.
everybody appreciate what you do.
No.
Well,
You know,
And it,
but
it says
but a
it on
lot
the
of them like
Bible.
that fuck
The
shit
left
though.
hand calls the right hand all the time.
Right.
yeah.
But a lot of them like that fuck shit though. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of them
I
like that
learned my
fuck
lesson
shit.
with fooling. Trust me, I learned it. I mean, I don't have no
Oh,
hate
girl,
towards
me
her.
too.
Unless they,
It's
I
unless
don't
they're
just
mess
not
with
getting
her.
a.
I ain't fool with her because I see she doing the same thing. I asked about her the other day. They say, yeah, she's still doing the same old thing. I was like, damn.
you see.
I mean, like, do any of us expect her to change? That's
Ain't
that's
no
her.
right, exactly.
She
I
That's
is.
said,
that's
you
She
know
is.
what?
fooling.
She ain't gonna do right.
She's a troll. She's
Lessons
a
don't
Yeah.
troll.
change
She's
anyway,
a.
That
though.
person
Mhm.
is
You
supposed to
know,
go have
lessons
fun. I mean,
don't
as long
change
as you don't
anyway,
bring
Yeah.
your
though,
whole
nigga.
life,
Yeah,
keep a
she
real
ain't
life,
changing nothing.
do what you
Only
gotta
thing
Yes,
she
she
do.
did.
changed. Listen, the only thing she changed is victims.
You know what? But she dragging
Who,
the same. But
who,
she
Don't forget
dragging the
one.
who
same
is the next
people that she dragged to
mother freaking
us.
victim?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the thing. See, that's the thing
Hey,
about these.
Cooling
That's
down,
the
go
thing
push
about
your live button about me.
And
You know
and
I'm
and
telling the truth.
and can I say this? Can I say what
Huh?
what Whole Gallon said made a great point again. He's down there
You're
dropping some
welcome to come over
serious
here. Let me
jewels.
drop the link.
I can't see the chat. What he say?
Whole Gallon is a lady.
Mhm.
If there was a
Okay, what
little
she
more
say?
content, if there was a little more content, the subscribers would be more willing to support with donations too. Now there's a difference. So you can get a monetized channel and you have all that F stuff on there, and YouTube's not paying you for that. You know this, Miss Pat. So
Mhm.
then, if you got people that's gonna send, the only way that they're gonna get donations is by way of super chats and cash apps. And a lot of times, people are not coming over there to pay super chats and cash apps to messy channels. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't
Every
no,
now and again,
and
they'll
ain't
hit you
nobody
to,
in the. And I looked in this
and
section. Ain't nobody in no channels with no content either. Ain't nobody in those lives.
Exactly,
I
Miss
don't pulled up.
Maker.
It's 2, 3 people in those lives. So
Exactly.
they ain't getting no money, YouTube money or no cash out money because they but
Right.
2 or 3 people, no
I'm
Go
more than
just
ahead,
10
a
Sister
people in the
Maker.
creator
exactly.
motherfucking live
chasing
that got
around
content.
interview,
So they ain't
right?
getting no money either. If you got some content, ain't nobody in there listening. Not
That's
nobody.
right. So it's
Here,
like if you
sweetie,
got the
I had this
No.
content creator chase me for 3 days for interview. I said, bitch, this is not IRS. This is
mm,
not fucking income taxes. I'm not getting paid. Bitch, leave me the fuck alone. Block the
mhm.
motherfucker. Like,
Hold up,
block.
listen.
You want to interview
And
Yeah,
me?
that's
just
why you know what, and I, you know I had to
Come
a
on.
realize
mess,
I
a
don't do
mess. That's why.
nothing in my life. I don't do nothing if it don't make sense or
Listen,
don't
Twinny,
make me no money. If I have
Mhm.
a hard time seeing how people can sit on this app for 8 to 10 to 12.
this is
I'm
when you
talking this sector
realize,
20
Mm.
hours, 3 days.
Yes.
Twinny, this is when you
Ain't
realize
making
people
not
don't have a
one
life.
mother freaking penny. Not no.
Mhm.
That's
I mean,
true.
okay. Well,
That's true, Miss
they might
Maker.
make 1 penny, but I'm just saying,
Thank you,
okay, that
baby.
1 penny, what they making on here ain't no money to me. And then
Listen, the
somebody
other
may make
day,
that
Mhm.
you
ain't
know,
no
I rock
money.
with DG
That's
all
not no
day.
mother
Ever
freaking
since,
money. I can't
hold
do
on,
it. I
Twinny.
can't devote that much
Twinny, let me
time to
say this real
nothing.
quick. I fuck with DG since he started. He was my first subscriber when I
Yeah.
came back. All right.
That's
The
my
other day, he was
yeah.
like, fuck you, DJ. Block
What?
DJ. Fuck up DJ. You know why? I didn't took it to the heart.
Whoa.
You know why I didn't took it to the
DJ
heart?
DJ or DG?
Me. DG was talking to
DJ or
me.
DG did?
Yeah, he was
Oh.
talking about me. I didn't wear live on him. It doesn't bother me. I'm a whole troll. But listen,
What,
remember where you come from.
what
Oh,
happened?
I
Why
thought
did he
y'all
say
was
that?
cool. I used to remember
Why did
you
he
was
say
over there
that?
all the time. What happened? See,
What
I
I
was
be
mad
happened?
at
missing
him.
everything. I miss everything. I
Man,
don't
I
be.
haven't
Ooh.
even I don't do DG. Yeah, DG, like, listen, I was mad at him at the simple fact that not of my way was sending him pictures about me. They go into this other platform and they arguing. All I hear is my name. Oh, you sent me the pictures. Damn, man. I thought you was my friend. You should have told me. She was talking about my real life. Right now, we're not trolling. We're talking about real life. So I got mad. Yes, I admit it. I did got mad.
Mm.
Did I went on another page and talk my shit? Yes, I did. I was so pissed off. How this woman is sending you fake pictures of me, right? Because trust me, you don't got no pictures of me. And if you do, listen, jerk off on them. Don't give a fuck.
Hold up,
But
DJ.
to
Don't
send
ever
it to
think.
different
You
people,
know, I think people take it wrong when I say that I can't argue with nobody on this app, no matter what they say or do to me. I don't do it. I don't stop nobody. I don't. You know, I don't hold nothing against nobody else for doing it
let
because
me tell you, my
everybody don't
Instagram was like, DJ,
have that same
you're not
power that
saying
they.
nothing back. You're not saying, no, I'm not saying nothing back. Because I really love DG on some real time shit.
Yeah, yeah,
You hurted me.
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? When I'm hurt, I'm not gonna go live on you. Why? For what?
You know
For
what?
fucking
You
I
know
mad?
what?
trolled
You
him. I
know.
trolled him
Hold up,
last
DJ.
week, though. I trolled
You
him.
know, DJ. You know, me and your birthday on the same day, so we kind of like, and we older. Well, I'm
Yeah.
in my 50s though.
Mhm.
You only in your
We the
40s,
same.
but still
Got a
though. I
birthday. Mhm.
Yeah, you ain't that crazy? Our birthdays on the same day, but a 7-Eleven.
Mhm.
But anyway,
Mhm. Damn, you just
I,
talked to me.
you
20.
know, I know because like we got like the biggest hearts, like, and when somebody,
Yeah.
and that's the only thing is that we believe in people. You know what I'm saying? When don't nobody else
Mhm.
believe in you, we'll believe in you. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying? So
maybe
that be the
somebody
painful
else would have
thing.
said it. I won't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But when once he said, fuck DJ, bad slang, the leader, fucking block that bitch. I don't want that bitch. I was like, whoa, whoa. That was a fucking
Hard for
jab.
me to believe DJ talk like that.
Yeah.
GG.
I was like, what?
Yeah, but you know
Listen.
what? I ain't even talking about. But you know what? I have not when let me see how I can put this. When somebody that when other people tell you like, oh, you shouldn't be around this person because this person will do this, do that to you, right? And you befriend them anyway. You know, I think this what don't bother me about it when they finally do to you what everybody say they was gonna do to you because you know, even though you befriended them and you like, I try to be your friend no matter what nobody say though, you know what I'm saying? You always keep that set. I'm just saying I learned from experience. You always don't never not think that they not gonna do to you what they did to everybody else. Now I'm gonna still be friends with you, but just know I know you will do me like you do everybody else
Right.
eventually. You know what I'm
Exactly. I'm looking
saying?
at you
Exactly.
sideways.
People,
You know, like, okay.
yeah. So you know when they do something to you, it kind of hurt because you be like, "Dag, you know I knew you was gonna do it, but dag, you couldn't change like you
Mm.
said." You be
Right,
like,
right.
"I knew I
Yeah.
should have just
You know, ever
got
since I
you
met
know the
Eve,
hey."
it was because of
And
Max.
so
I
that's
met
why, and
all I
because
say,
you had that thought they're
give me
gonna
a
do
chance so
it,
I can talk
you
to
was
Miss Eve right here.
you was mad he did it. You was mad he did it, but you was like, "Dag, man, I know you was gonna
Mhm.
do it, but did you have to do it?" You know,
Listen,
I know you gonna talk
ever
about me
since
one day.
Max introduced me to Miss Eve, I always call her Mom Eve. Always. Then
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Mom,
Yeah.
when she came off at me, I was so hurt. I was like,
Well, because I
oh,
thought you were saying some stuff, and I'm sorry for that.
no,
I apologize. I
it's
thought you were
okay. But
saying some
I was
stuff
like,
in the
oh, you know
chat.
what I'm saying? Like that, she hit me right on my chest. She said that I was
Yeah.
after Booster. Booster's after me. No.
Oh, I know. I was. You know what? That's
You
me.
know what
That's
I'm saying?
just
Like, hey,
you
Max.
trolling stuff. But I'm just gonna say things that sometimes it just gets a little turned up and stuff. So I will apologize because this is the first time you and I have seen each other in a while.
Mhm.
I think even since that day, that night over there, because I thought you was being spicy in the chat. So I'm like, well, hold up
No,
now.
no, I was at
Let
some
me
new
let me get you.
panel and you came out of nowhere like, oh, DJ, you. No, because you said hi to me first. You was like, hey, DJ, sweetheart in the building. You know, like you always do. But next thing you know, you turn. You was like, DJ. I'm like, ho, what's going on? What I did? The fuck?
It was yeah. I don't. It was something that it was so minute. It was something that came about, but it was nothing though. But that's water under the bridge.
But
I hope.
we got the same people in common. You know, they was telling me that you was
Hmm.
talking about me behind the scenes and all that. I never came to
And
told you nothing.
I made it live. If you was watching my live, that live, I said I never, and I addressed that on a live that I
No, I
did.
wasn't.
Yeah, you were because you was in the chat saying, "So let's go, let's go." You kept
Oh,
saying
the
it
day
before I even
about
started the
Max,
live.
when I said when Seven was talking about Max and I was saying something, who talking about Max? And you came and you was like, DJ, don't defend nobody. Oh, I remember that.
No, it was the
Y'all
Philly.
crazy.
It
Oh,
was
me and mommy, we
the
always go through it. Me and
it
mommy,
was the
we always end up
it was the
together, though. Oh, I'll be
it
drunk
was
in
Oh
the
the
panel and she'll be like, get out, get out. DJ,
I
get out.
never told you to get out. I never told you to get out. I never kicked
Yeah,
you
you be
out.
like,
Damn,
hop
Eve,
down.
you put people
I'm
out your
just
live stream, Eve.
no.
I
I
damn near
never did
was.
that.
I was
I
drunk.
never
I
did
said,
that.
she said,
The only person I've ever kicked out of my live stream was Seven. That's it.
no, no, no,
That's the
no.
only
It
person.
wasn't in your stream. I was in somebody else's platform talking shit. I was drunk as hell. And you came up
Yeah.
there and you were like, get down, DJ. That's it. You drank it. Get out.
Oh yeah, that was over at Candy's.
Oh,
I
Candy.
told you to get
Yeah,
down.
Candy.
Yeah. It was like because you was up there crying and stuff, and
I
I
was
came up
drunk
there. I
as
said,
shit
it's
that
time to
day.
yeah. And then you went right back up there too. I
And
was
then
like, get
you
down.
were like, you went back.
Yeah, you went back up there.
I
I'm
thought
like,
we was
just sit
sleeping.
down because
Hey,
you know
Eve,
why?
I done been in some bushes. People come get you. Be like,
Oh,
Eve,
listen.
get
I said,
down.
okay, now I can
Eve,
go
get
back.
down.
Listen.
Eve, you will leave and come back too. I don't see.
I
And
slipped up
sometimes you
there.
just
She was
don't
like, I'm
leave
not
at all.
sleeping yet.
She
I was
don't
like,
even.
okay. She called me.
I know I've had my times. I've had my times on here. But one thing about what I said that for because like she's crying and stuff. I'm like these people are only gonna weaponize you crying, your emotion. So it's like
Girl,
don't get up here being like that,
I done been in some bushes. Even when I be
I
so
don't even
mad at the
remember
people in
why
the
I was
chat.
emotional
I'm like,
for.
if she
I
don't
know I
get
was
off this
crying.
mother freaking app.
Who me?
Yes,
Oh well, sometimes it just be like that, especially when I'm on some
I
sauce.
know.
You don't
Yeah,
have
yeah, I
no
know,
sense
I
of
know.
She be on her sauce,
Yeah,
you can tell,
I
because yeah, she
guess.
going in
yeah
these
Yeah,
streets.
I can tell.
yeah no yeah.
But
But
she
you know, when
had
But
you
people.
drinking and shit, everything just pop up in your
Hmm.
head and shit. Everything, everybody love
yeah
you and shit. You just about to
yeah
kill somebody.
it,
That's how I felt
yeah
on that day. You know what I'm
that's
saying? I
how it
don't even
is.
remember me telling DG all this bunch of shit on his panel. I don't remember what the fuck I said. Shit, I was
Shoot,
off.
sometimes
Yeah, I
we
bet
get
I
our
hit the.
I said,
we get
Bet I
ourselves
if
hit
you
into
got
it.
the.
that video, please let me hear it.
Yeah, but you
Let
know
me
what?
hear it because I don't remember.
If it's something that you said, because sometimes we can get out of our body though when we be on that sauce though, DJ. So if it's
Yeah.
something that you did, if you started first, then it's all about accountability. You guys can make that right. DJ,
Mhm.
I mean DG, I love DG, you know what I'm saying? Like, but him, I told him last week on some stuff that he did over on his
Yeah,
channel. I knew
man.
it wasn't the right time for me
You
to
know,
be up
I
there.
just don't like when
But
people cool with people behind the scenes when they bring the stuff like you can say it behind the scenes instead of saying on this app. I just don't like that. I
No,
just
that
feel
day
but
I
you
like
know
was
what?
so
like
fucked up. It was
But
my day off. I had 2 days off. You guys know I work 12 to 16 hours a day. I said I'm bringing a Corona home, right? From the Corona, I jumped to the Crown. I mixed. This is what fucks me up. And then I went to DG's, they said, and I was cursing him out. I said, I don't remember. Somebody remind me. Because I don't, to this day, I still don't remember me saying some shit. Okay? It
oh
just, everything
wow.
was just right there. Like, when you drink, right? I'm that type of person that when you drink all this shit, this negative shit just start popping. And oh, you said this about
I
me?
don't drink, so I don't know.
Oh, girl, no, I'm too young to stop drinking like that. I mean, when I'm off, I want to drink.
I'm too old to start.
No, I want to have me some fun. So that day I
I
said,
done been
I got 2 days off. I'm gonna
I
take
done
it.
been
The last
58
day,
years without it. Too late to start now. The heck.
they said that I was starting some shit at DG's. That I went to his panel cursing him out or whatever. Truth, if you got that video from that day, when I said all what I said, and I'm not even gonna repeat myself. But when they told me that you got the video, okay, I want to hear it because I don't remember me saying that to him. And some real
All right,
no.
y'all.
This
I'm
is
out
not
of
fake
here.
shit. This is some real
I
no
got something to
shit.
do. I'll holler at y'all later, Ed.
All right,
Talk
Miss
to you later,
Lady,
okay,
Miss
I'll
thanks for
see you.
Brown.
thanks for
See
pulling up.
y'all.
Blessed
Thanks for
day.
Thank
pulling
you.
up.
No problem.
I'm about
Mm-hmm.
to get off here myself. I gotta get
Me
back out
too.
here. So,
I am doing
but
some decoration around the house. Christmas is
So
coming.
any last thing you want to say, Eve, before
Hold
you
on, I'm
close out?
dropping off. Hold on. Nice to talk to you again, Eve.
yes,
Salute
nice to
to
talk to you
you,
too, baby.
Miss Patricia.
Salute to
Thanks for
you.
having me. I'm
Yep.
always around.
You're
I'm always
welcome anytime,
trolling.
DJ.
Thank you so much. Have a
Mm-hmm.
Anytime.
great day. Listen,
Yep.
You
don't
too,
let
baby.
nobody put nothing on y'all that y'all don't got. Okay?
Right. That's
That's
true.
right. That's right.
Positive.
That's right. Have a good day, baby.
So Eve, what's on your mind before before we close out and everything? Today was just let's talk turkey. Everybody had their own opinions. It was more like, just coming in for an hour just to hang out, chop it up, and then that's it. So what's your last thing on it before we close out the show?
Well, since we're talking turkey, we need to mind the business that pay us. Peace, love, and soul to everyone out there. I hope everyone has a good Saturday. Peace.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, y'all, this was just like talk turkey. Everybody had their own opinions. Eve had hers, was Lakers, everybody, you know what I mean? And that's okay. I got mine, and I'm still standing by it. Like I said, I just feel that this is more of entertainment, more than entertainment, YouTube entertainment. That's it. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. So y'all hold on. I'm gonna take some music to take us out. All right, everybody. All right. That's the end of the show. And I want to thank my guest, DJ, Eve, Miss Lakers. Thank y'all for popping up and hanging out with talking turkey. Y'all already know, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Um DJ, sorry that you had to get kicked up out of here, but you know what? I was just saying, I was stating my own opinions, just like assholes. Everybody have one. Everybody have one, my brother. I have nothing against you. I have nothing against the M03 sector. I'm just saying what I feel. Everybody got their own opinions, and that's just what it is. That's what it is. You know what I mean? But you just came in my door, just you didn't even knock. You just kicked down the door, starting to pop your shit. So I had to get you up out of here, my brother. I had to get you up out of here. So, anyways, I want to thank my advisor kings, my advisor queens, and my advisor honeys. Y'all keep y'all notifications on because you never know when the bitch is gonna come back. All right. Y'all enjoy y'all Saturday. Okay. Bye.